Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again.
Yes, we are.
It is another Saturday, the Saturday after the other Saturday that we filmed the last episode.
Now I'm confused.
Are you?
Yeah.
So here's how the days of the week work. Sunday is first,
Yes.
Saturday is last. In between, there are other days. We film our videos on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And then Sunday comes, and then the next Saturday is a different video.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
that makes
simple math.
Although I've always thought Sunday was the last of the.
Now you're confusing me.
So let me put it. So Sunday is the last, but Sunday can be the first. It just depends on where you put it.
Oh.
So if Sunday you put over here,
Yeah.
but then you're just like, no, I'm not feeling over here.
You can
put
move
over
it.
here. It's still the first and the last.
So it's kind of like checkers or chess.
Which one?
Chess.
Okay.
No.
So you can just move it.
No.
No,
So
you
certain-
can in chess.
Chess.
It's more
Chess.
Yeah.
Each player has the direction they can move, so you can't just move it anywhere.
Oh,
You have to be
But-
intentional with it.
Yeah.
okay.
And you have to follow the rules of where they can move.
Okay.
So like Sunday, technically by rule, is the first day of the week.
Gotcha.
And you can move it like so many times after that. I think maybe you can only move it once.
But if
actually.
you think about it,
You can only move it once.
Sunday is considered the weekend.
Right.
So is Monday the start of the week.
That's where I get confused.
That's why I never understood checkers.
So in that
It's
case-
confusing. It's confusing.
So I'm gonna say Monday's a
Oh,
weekend.
chess. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
confusing myself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say
Confusing myself.
Monday is a weekend then, because I'm moving it. And
No, you don't move
No,
Mondays.
no,
You don't
no,
move
no,
Mondays.
you can't move
No.
Mondays.
I was gonna say it, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not following.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. I am Jalon,
I'm Lance.
And I'm Tavis.
and today we are talking about acting.
Ooh.
But
I am an actor.
We okay.
He's an actor. He's an actor. He's an actor.
That's like every store you enter. Hello, people. I am an actor. Or you're on a plane and someone's having like a medical emergency. Is there a doctor aboard? I am an actor.
Okay.
I am an actor.
Yes. I played a doctor before.
That would be funny. But no, we're talking about acting
Oh.
from a different perspective.
Mhm.
So, one thing that we did on our movie set, because we were amateurs, we kind of got rid of the idea of acting and went more to pretending. That may be confusing to some people, but we're going to explain, I promise. So, one thing that we realized, acting is a skill that you can be taught,
Mhm.
practice, you can practice it and get better at it. And it's one of those things where you say, I'm an actor, people ask about your experience, what you've been in. Like, there
Yes.
are things that they measure to, I guess, see how good of an actor you are. That's hard when you're starting out because
Yeah.
you don't have no experience.
Yep.
You're really kind of winging it, so there's no scale that you can go off of to say it's good or not.
Mhm.
So what we decided to do was we kind of got rid of the idea of acting and we focused on pretending. You learn how to pretend out the womb. Children pretend they're cowboys, astronauts, dinosaurs.
Doctors.
Yeah, and they are convinced that they are whatever it is they're pretending to be. So we thought it would be easier as adults to try to make something that simulated a good movie to just everyone pretend that they were the character that they were portraying instead of acting.
Yeah.
So now you guys as the actors, how do you interpret the idea of pretending and not acting?
I would say it's just like our skits that we do that many of you guys have seen.
Mm-hmm.
In the skits, we're not acting.
No,
we're
not at all.
bit.
Yeah,
Like we're just pretending. No,
yeah, it is
Yes.
pure
It's
play.
like, all right,
and,
this is what we want to do. These are the characters that we have.
Mhm.
Let's bring it to life.
Yeah,
And that's what we're doing. We're pretending. Like when I'm like the last skit that we just did. The birth skit.
Oh.
Trying to help this man get comfortable for his newborn. Me pretending to be his wife. That's all it was. I'm pretending. If I was acting, I think I would have failed at bringing or doing what I did that day.
I think the focus would have been too. It would have been too much focus if that makes sense.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Because for me, when I hear the word actor or
Mhm.
acting, it's very intimidating for me. Like you were saying, there's a lot that comes along with it,
Mhm.
especially when you don't have a lot of experience. But when you say I want you to pretend.
Mm.
That's something I know very well because we've been, like you said, we've been doing that all our lives. If you want me to pretend, I can pretend doing anything. If you want me to go outside and be a garbage man right now, I'll be a garbage man. I can do that.
Yeah.
What was the question, by the way?
No, just your perspective of pretending versus acting and like how it translates for you. So for the movie,
okay.
I should say, in the beginning,
Yes.
you were very nervous.
Oh yes,
It was it wasn't hard for him to do.
It was.
It was.
Yeah, it was hard for me to do.
Yeah, so it like essentially when we were just like, hey, you're an actor, it was a struggle.
Yes.
Once we kind of got past like, get rid of acting, let's just pretend, let's have fun.
Mhm.
It was automatic. It was just like, oh, I could do this all day, and it
Yes.
flowed. So it was just like that switch for you as someone who's never acted before.
Yes.
Pretty much helped you.
It did.
It projected you onto like a different platform, but everyone was just like, you sure you never acted before?
Yeah.
So for you, it worked. You have acted before. How did it? Did it mess you up when we were just like, we don't need actors, we need pretenders?
Not that it messed me up, but it was the first time I've actually heard that phrase before. Because when you first said that to me, I was like, well, you're making a movie. You're like, I'm like, you need actors,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So it kind of, even to this day, it still messes me up when you do say it. But I guess, like, I don't know, because it's like, for me, as an actor, you're taking time out to, not just studying your lines, you're studying the person who you're trying to be for however long it is that you're filming or whatever project it is that you're doing. You're studying, you're taking time out studying.
Mm-hmm.
I know quite a few actors out there where it's like they're studying almost day and night, every single day, really harnessing that character. Pretending, it's like you'll text us like, hey, we're gonna do a skit about this today or this week, and it's not like we got practice or rehearse it. We just let's go, let's bring it.
It's automatic.
We turn the camera on, bam. Now he's screaming on the table. I'm like, oh, like it's just,
You're pretending to be a doctor delivering a baby.
and I'm the worst doctor. So now, so thank God I'm not in the medical field. But but yeah, that's how I look at it when you say like actor versus like like pretender and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys too, because when it comes to, still to this day, I don't like to refer to myself as an actor.
Okay.
And even with photography, I don't like to refer to myself as a photographer. I tell people like I do photography.
Okay.
But like, again, like to me that's just such a like
High level.
It's so high,
I get it.
and it's not like I'm not there. I'm there, but like it's something about I guess how I grew up seeing the world and what the world, like how an actor and photographer looked for me.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I can't even put into words right now. So let me step back.
I think I know what you're
I was just
saying,
about to say, I feel
because
like,
we kind of said the same thing when people ask us, are we filmmakers?
Yes.
We've made one movie.
Yeah.
I can't call myself a filmmaker doing something once.
Yes.
That's like you go to the basketball court,
Yeah.
you make one jump shot, I'm a hooper.
Yes,
I'm a basketball
yes,
player.
yes.
It's like, nah, there's a lot more that goes into it. So I think I understand that aspect of like, just, yes, I acted. I'm not an actor.
Yes.
And I would say the same thing about being a filmmaker. I've made a film.
Yes.
I'm not a filmmaker.
Yes.
Now, 20, 30 movies in, I think I'd be more inclined to be like,
Oh yeah.
I think I can say
Yeah,
I'm a
I would
filmmaker.
feel comfortable.
But yeah.
I think even me, because even when I started my journey, people was like, "Oh, there goes the actor," and I'm like, I don't know, y'all, because like when I hear the word actor, at least like back then, I'm looking at guys like Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan, all those other
Name
like,
somebody that's not black.
You're so racist.
What's the dude? Because I got him in mind, but I can't never think of his name.
The
dude
not
that,
black guy?
the dude that played oh my god, he's like one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Marvel.
The Punisher.
Oh, John Bernthal.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's good. Yeah, he's very good.
He's like one of my favorites, as an actor. So it's like when I hear the word, at least like back then, when people say, "Oh, you're the actor," he's an actor now. I'm like, that's them right there.
Yeah.
I'm like here,
Mm-hmm.
and even to this day, like yes, I've done plays and
You've done a lot,
projects.
dude. Yeah.
To God be the glory, but at the end of the day, I still look at those guys like I haven't even reached that peak yet. So
Yeah. And that makes sense. I can understand
I'm
that.
still grinding.
So yeah, that's why we tend to say pretend versus acting at our level. And if at the end of the day, it's more like a mental thing.
It is.
Like it's
That's
just
all it is.
it's just what it takes the pressure off.
Yourself.
Yeah, to just be like, damn, you need me to act? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, you want me to pretend I'm a dinosaur? Yeah, I'll just go do that real quick.
Yeah.
Like it's so
It's
crazy.
a mental trick. And
Yeah.
it's so easy, but it works.
Yeah, but so that's what we mean when we say pretend, not act.
Yeah.
But you'll still be able to produce
What it
the
is.
same thing that you're trying to do.
Yeah, because if you ask me right now, act like
Mhm.
I need you to act angry right now. I couldn't do it, or serious, or sad.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, dude, for this,
Mhm.
pretend to be sad, like you just lost your sister, your mother, your best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I could pull that out of my ass.
And it's all the switch of one word: pretend versus
But
act.
then even but to piggyback off of that, like my first acting gig was a play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was told to portray a character like elderly man, retired, and
Mhm.
all that. I spent months studying for that, and then the director didn't even know I was gonna do all this. I wouldn't shave my head bald, dye this gray, and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh dang!
Oh yeah, I went full throttle on that. Yeah.
I gotta
So-
see a picture of that.
So would you say you were acting or pretending? What were you relying more on at that time? Were you relying on experience, or were you relying on the idea that you had of an old person and you were pretending you were old?
Oh,
That's actually a good question.
it was
Yeah.
like a mixture of both.
Okay.
Honestly, because I remember that time period, I was doing a lot of studying. Again,
Mhm.
not just the script and my lines and all that, but like mannerisms, walks, as like an elderly person, especially if they're retired.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of different things I was looking at
Okay.
to
Damn.
be that character, whether it was for one night, but still to really bring it out to life.
That reminds me of. It has nothing to do with filming, but it's my link is for acting is like a jazz player, a musician.
Okay.
When they're on stage, yeah, they're using their experience, their
Yeah,
knowledge
yeah.
of music, of notes, tonality. But then at some point, you hear it all the time. Jazz players, they go off, then they do like a solo, and they're
Mhm.
completely they're improvising, but at the
Yeah.
same time, they're using their experience to
Yeah.
help them improvise forward. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
playing, but they're using that experience at the same time. It sounds like that's exactly what you were
Yeah.
doing.
Be a jazz player, people, and learn how to improvise.
Yeah.
But learn how to improvise within the parameters of what you're supposed to be doing.
Bam, got him.
I like that.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I've read 8 books my whole life.
You should probably up that. Should really up that.
Oh,
He's so proud.
I was. That was like 8 books. That's a stern number.
Gosh,
Uh,
I've done 4 already this year.
Oh wow, you're an avid reader, I see.
I think I stopped reading after
They're
the
just kids'
pandemic.
books.
I stopped reading after the pandemic.
I'm still on green eggs and ham.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
a good one though. That's a good one.
That's one of the 8.
Cat and a half for me. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is
Scripture
time
Hub.
for a
The Bible
Scripture
Hub.
Bible Hub. That's what we're gonna call it.
I don't know. I gotta go back.
We'll watch the old videos
Yeah,
to see
we'll
what
watch
you,
it. We'll
you
watch
were
it.
saying.
Good old hub.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today's scripture is going to come from Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And that scripture says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Changing your perspective can yield you different results. Obviously, there are a lot of religions in the world. And I think it's up to you to go through and make a decision on which one you feel is best for you. Obviously, for us, Christ is King. We believe Jesus sacrifices himself for all of us to give us everything that we have. So, we're always going to fall back on Christianity. But that's not to say that, whatever religion you follow is, we're not saying we're better than you. Obviously we love everybody. But, I think each time you think about your religion and God, you got to look at your perspective. How are you looking at it? Are you looking at it in a way to learn something? Are you looking at it in a way to improve your life? Like, your perspective truly can change how you see things. So obviously, when you're getting closer to God, if you're doing it to satisfy other people, that mindset, in my opinion, won't yield you good results because you're doing it for, the wrong reason. But if your reason is to just have a strong relationship with God, that is the only thing that you need. That is the perspective that will always continue to push you forward. When it comes to your movies, like we were talking about, like just saying pretending versus actor is just changing the perspective of how they look at what they're doing. And as you can see, that change of their perspective allows them to jump into it and perform in a way that they may not have thought they could. So your perspective is super powerful. It's really it's important. But you got to understand your perspective. I think sometimes people overlook their perspective and they don't allow it to guide the decision they're making. So whether that's in your film, in your life, getting closer to God, understand your perspective is important, and make sure it's a perspective that gets you to where you're trying to go. And I think that's what we're talking about when we say pretend versus act. You guys got anything else to add?
I think you got it and you nailed it.
Nice. That's from those 8 books I read my whole
I
life.
still think you should up your book count.
I might read one tonight.
Yeah.
You guys want to read Cat in the Hat together?
No.
Okay.
I finished after the pandemic.
Oh, college degree over
Oh,
here.
wow, Travis.
I finished Cat in the Hat. How many words are in that book? Like 40?
Yeah, do you know how to make green eggs and ham now?
Yeah.
I'm ready. What's the other book? One Fish, Blue Fish, whatever that joint's called.
One fish, blue fish, red fish, blue fish.
That's the one I'm reading right now, y'all.
Okay.
I think you said that wrong.
One fish, two fish, red fish. I did say that.
Yeah, now you're saying it right.
I said that. What did I say?
You said bluefish in the beginning and bluefish at the end.
One fish, blue fish,
Yes,
red fish.
that's
blue
what you
fish.
said. I'm just like, something's off here.
Maybe I might have read 8 books.
So
I think you read 7. You forgot the 8.
I think I forgot the 8th one.
he didn't finish that 8th.
Yeah.
You did not.
I'm working up to the 8th book for my entire life. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday.
Yep.
Go out there and be someone.
And,
Yeah.
We're going to go do something and be someone too.
and we're gonna read. We're gonna
And
read a book.
pretend.
Yeah, we're
They're
going to
go pretend.
I'm going to pretend to read,
Yeah.
and they're going to pretend.
We're gonna do a skit. That's what we're gonna do.
We're going
that's
to
what we're gonna do
pretend to
is-
do a skit.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
actually a good idea for our next skit.
To pretend to do a skit?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
We're gonna work
We'll get
on
back
it.
to
Yeah.
you on the next episode. Enjoy your Saturday, people.
Bye.